Hi, okay. To start, I just want to put out a disclaimer. I've been wanting to make this video for a little while, but have felt really kind of pretentious about doing it, so I'm just throwing that out there to do it. I am not a meditation teacher. I am not a guru. I am not an expert. And all I can talk about is my own experience and what I know from studying meditation. I've had a daily meditation practice over the past year, and I've started with Vipassana meditation, most commonly known these days as mindfulness meditation. I do have a little bit of a problem with the word mindfulness because people misconstrue mindfulness to mean meditation, and that's not necessarily true actually at all. Mindfulness can be a skill that you can grow and can hone through ways of doing different things like meditation. So with that, Vipassana meditation comes from Theravada Buddhism, which Vipassana actually just means insight. So it's this idea of doing this kind of practice to gain insight. And it sounds like it's a lot more difficult. I think people have preconceived notions of what meditation is. I sure did. But it's really easy. So there's a bunch of really great studies out there recently about meditation and how it can really help people in their lives. I wouldn't talk about it. I wouldn't make a video about it if I didn't see it to be true. And there can be a spiritual aspect if you want, or it can be totally secular, and you can use meditation to have better focus, to have better discernment of your thinking patterns and your reactionary and habitual thinking patterns, to gain some real insight onto your mind and your body connection. And some really good stuff. A bunch of good studies came out in the past few years, which have kind of been what have guided my own meditation practice. So a study came out in 2018 that showed people who have different severely depressed, moderately depressed, slightly depressed, neutral, no depression. It's a pretty large sample size. I think it was done at UCLA's Mindfulness Center. So a large sample size, and they asked people to meditate, do Vipassana meditation for 8 minutes a day for a month. And the results were significant, and they showed that everybody basically moved up to the next category. So people who were severely depressed moved up to moderately depressed moved up to not so much depressed. Anyways, the takeaway is that people felt better after just including eight minutes of meditation a day. So that has been my goal, is that if I'm going to meditate, so for the past year I've tried to meditate every day. I have been pretty successful at that, and I am oftentimes not the greatest at keeping up good habits, but meditation has been life-changing, has been a life-changing thing, and has been really helpful for me to gain my own insight. So I kind of just wanted to talk to people about it and show people how to do it, because it's not crazy, and it will just help your focus, and it will help your insight on yourself. I work with people all day long to help them figure out what they think about, to see what they think about and how that makes them feel, and then how that makes them feel, how that affects their daily living. So it's this idea that our thoughts make us feel these feelings, and then these feelings often manifest as depression or anxiety or OCD or substance use or whatever maladaptive behavior comes from it. And if we can kind of get in and see how we're thinking and figure out, like, oh, are these thoughts serving me or are they not serving me? Man, what a powerful tool that is. So, okay, a lot of talking for something that doesn't involve any talking. So mindfulness meditation, let's not call it that, Vipassana meditation. What you do, so how I practice is I close my eyes and I breathe in through my nose and I breathe out through my nose. And every time I breathe in through my nose, I hold my breath, or I try to retain the breath at the top of the breath, and then I exhale. And once I empty the breath out, I try to not take in any breath immediately. So there's a little pause in between your inhales and your exhales. And the easiest way for me to start, and my go-to, honestly, that I do is I pick an area in the body that I can feel the breath, and I try to focus my thoughts, my brain, on just feeling what that feels like. So most of the time I'll pick my shoulders and try to feel my shoulders come in up and down, or I'll try to feel my belly expand and contract, or one of the easiest, for me at least, is to try to feel the air going in my nose, feel the air coming in my nose. Can I feel it? Can I hear it? And when I exhale, can I feel the air coming out of my nose? Does it feel warmer? If I had to describe it, what would it feel like, right? So I'm not asking myself these in my totally in my head when I'm doing this, but I'm just really trying to focus my attention of my brain just on my breath, what it feels like going in and out. And almost automatically, my thoughts will go to, am I doing this right? Or what am I having for dinner? Or that thing you said earlier today, Chelsea, was so stupid. Or, oh my God, you have so much work to do. Or you need to, whatever. Oh, right, my brain is going to go crazy because that's my brain. And so I have a thought. What am I going to have for dinner tonight? What am I going to make for dinner? Should I get this? What should I have? Oh, holy cow, I'm supposed to be meditating right now. I'm going to pull my attention right back onto my nose, feeling the breath go in and out of my nose. And that's all that I'm going to do, right? So your brain is going to wander, and that's totally normal, and that's great. That's okay, right? That you're alive, you're having cognitions. So you notice that your brain has wandered, right? Once you notice that you're thinking about, what you're going to cook for dinner tomorrow, once you notice that you're having that thought of what you're going to cook tomorrow, pull yourself back to focusing on your breath, on your nose going in and out. And that, my friend, that is the purpose. That is the meditation. That's what you get from it, is noticing that your thought has gone somewhere else than where you're choosing to concentrate, and then pulling your concentration right back onto the place that you've chosen to focus your breath on, right? And that is that's all you do. Set a little timer for yourself. 8 minutes is what I try to do. At least 8 minutes. And you don't need anything fancy. You don't need an app. You don't need a computer. All you need is, if you want, a timer. And that's it. You don't need to sit cross-legged. You don't need to have perfect posture. I do for myself like to sit with my head over my heart and my heart over my pelvis, so that in my mind's eye, I can picture the air going in and out, following the straight line of my spine. But that is what works for me. That's not what works for everybody, right? And I can tell you, my friends, that the more you do this, the more that you practice this, holy cow, what a life changer it is. From being all wrapped up in our emotional and reactionary selves, we can actually give ourselves a little break, a little pause in between the stimulus and our thoughts, and a pause between our thoughts and our emotions. Oh, and this really helps transform us. I use the term psychological flexibility often, and this is a whole new tool of getting psychologically flexible. And like I said, it's a practice. You're not gonna be, I don't know, I guess monks are great at it, but it's just something that you do, and it's not good or bad, right? Try to have some non-judgment. That's some good mindfulness stuff, like the actual tenets of what mindfulness is. But try to be kind to yourself maybe while doing this, and be gentle with yourselves. So again, it's simple. Vipassana meditation. Pick an area on your body, set a little timer, breathe deep and slow. When your mind starts to go into its own crazy world, notice it, bring it right back to the here and now, and do this every day forever, I guess. Okay, hope this was helpful. Bye.